Salute, salute, salute. Bah. What's happening, people, man? This is Nocturnal Thoughts. Big salute to everybody, all of my subscribers. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and sub up. You know what I'm saying? Link up, join the family. You dig? This is Nocturnal Thoughts. And a special shout out, first and foremost, goes out to two YouTube content creators that I want to give a special shout out to, if y'all don't mind. And even if y'all do mind, y'all finna have to, y'all gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, bear with me. But I've been meaning to give these dudes some shout outs. Hold up. Boom. First shout out goes to D-Town Boxing. You know what I'm saying? D-Town Boxing. From Nocturnal Thoughts, salute. Also, a huge, proper salute and a shout out goes to the big boss hog, K Poe from Nocturnal. Bow. Salute, man. Appreciate what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep creating y'all content. Keep being solid. Keep being original. You know what I'm saying? Keep grinding. Keep inspiring people. Keep talking about boxing. Keep doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Salute from Nocturnal. This video is going to be a response video to Big Caps in Full G. You know what I'm saying? I refer to everybody as big, to be honest with you. Big, OGs, you know what I'm saying? Boss, king, salutes, all that. You dig? I try to put out positive energy. But at the end of the day, I call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, to me, they on it with a big time, and they big timers. Not just in YouTube, but just period, point blank, as you know what I'm saying, as man. So salute to D-Town, salute to K Poe, and a salute to Caps in Full G. Now, Caps in Full G been coming out with a couple of videos that he titled "Put Up or Shut Up." Now, I'm not gonna say specifically who he's talking about, but I'm also say I'm taking it as general Errol Spence fans also is welcome to this challenge. And his challenge is, you know what I'm saying, instead of putting so much value into money and betting money on this Errol Spence fight against Terrence Bud Crawford, put your channel up. At first he said put your channel up for 2 months. Now he's starting to, you know what I'm saying, minimize it down to put it up for 1 month. And the thing is, if you picking Errol Spence and you've been talking about Errol Spence winning against Terrence Bud Crawford since you had your platform, put your channel up for 1 month after the fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk about that subject no more. Don't say you can't talk about boxing. You can talk about other boxers, but you can't talk about the Terrence Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence fight for a month. Now, to be honest with you, that's kind of a catch-22, you know what I mean? Because people already, for some reason, people want to see like Errol Spence channels or Terrence Bud Crawford channels. They want to go to those platforms after whoever wins, so they can do all they "I told you so's" and "nana boo boos" and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like kind of whoever you pick, and if you wrong, you got to come back and at least make one video to eat your crow. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, you should ghost. And I say your whole platform for a month. But most definitely the Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford conversation, you know what I'm saying, can go on mute for a month. But I don't know all the rules that he want to put into this bet. I'm going to take it as a general bet. Any Errol Spence fan, if Terrence Bud Crawford wins, then you can't talk about Terrence Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence for a month. Your channel. That's for Caps in Full G. That's my brother from another. You know what I'm saying? That's my doppelganger. That's my kinfolk. That's a, you know what I'm saying? To me and him got more in common than we have opposite. Always been solid, always gave him a proper salute, and he's always given me a proper salute. Big Caps and Full G. You know, it's like iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel. To me, it's like Antios. Antios, I was just reading about Antios, Antios, however you say his name, but it's a Greek mythological wrestler, you know what I'm saying? And his mother was like Mother Earth, and as long as he was on the ground, he was undefeatable. You know what I mean? So he would go through competition and kill them all because they would try to throw him to the ground and pin him to the ground, but that's where he got his strength from. And it took for Hercules to go up against him in war to figure out that no matter how many times you throw him down, he get back up stronger. So Hercules had to fight him and defeat him another way. You know what I'm saying? So I look at this as friendly combat, but it's also two warriors on a YouTube community, two warriors that's lifting each other up. The same thing that Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence is doing in actuality, even though people want to go and put them at odds and tear them down and all this. To me, they both building each other up legacy-wise. So in my opinion, YouTube communities can build each other up even if we disagree on who we think is going to win. I never was the type of person that felt like you got to tear down Terrence Bud Crawford or tear down Errol Spence and put so much negativity on a fighter to say he ain't this and he ain't that and his resume ain't this and his life, just all this negative tearing down shit. I say we lift it up and we build it up. And at the end of the day, you know, Hercules had to lift up Antius to defeat him, to keep him off the ground. So, in my opinion, I'd rather try to build somebody up than try to hold somebody down. Caps and Full G, that's my brother from another. You know what I'm saying? That's my doppelganger. You know what I'm saying? That's my twin. That's just a like-minded soldier. A lot in common. Breaks down boxing from a totally different perspective than I break it down. But I always appreciate his point of views. You know what I'm saying? And he has a war mentality. I'm not gonna say who he goes to war with, but go check out his channel and subscribe, and you will see who he goes to war with. But I do take you up on your challenge. I do take you up on your challenge, Caps and Full G. Even though I would hate for you to go ghost for a month, because I look forward to all of your content. And for most people who pick him Terrence Bud Crawford, I would like to see how they change their perspective on their comeback video. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just want to hear, people already, I don't want to put this out in a negative way, but people trip me out when they say, after such and such win or such and such lose, what's going to be the excuse? We want to hear the excuse. I'm not the type of person that want to hear other people's excuses. Excuses and opinions to me is just like assholes. Everybody got one. Nobody else wants to hear yours. I don't care about hearing other people's excuses. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear people legitimately give a breakdown, honestly, of the fight if I respect their opinion. So even if you pick Terrence Bud Crawford and he loses, but I respect your way of breaking down a fight, I do want to come back around eventually to hear how your perspective, you know what I'm saying, was molded and changed by the outcome if it was in, you know what I'm saying, opposite of what you was predicting. But I still feel like it's a great little bet to boost up a little anxiety and put a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, into that, as far as everybody put all their value into money, and money is paper. I feel like I agree with Caps and Full G. You know what I'm saying? Your word is your bond. Your word is born, and your word is your bond. And if you got a platform and you've been, you know what I'm saying, calling this fight for however many years long, and you got it wrong, it's cool for you to, you know what I'm saying, go to the drawing board for a month and go dormant and go silent, and, you know what I'm saying, either way, You do what you want. Everybody can do what they want to do with their channel. But with Captain Full G, I've been listening to him for a couple of weeks, break down his thoughts, the thoughts on his bet on put up or shut up. And I like it. It makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like nobody should just ditch their whole channel for 2 months. But going 1 month without talking about that subject, you know what I'm saying, that would be hard to do. You know, that'd be hard to do. You know, I'm like the type of person that if I break my ankle, I like to try to walk it off. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to call this fight and say through and through, I'm very confident in Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying, winning against Terrence Bud Crawford, and he loses, the first thing I would want to do is come back and make a video to talk about how I broke it down with no excuses. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I would want to do, is lean into it. But at the same time, it would hurt to not be able to say nothing for a month. So, put up or shut up. Captain Full G. I normally would like to wager pull-ups and push-ups, and how much can you put on the bench press, and how much can you squat, and how much can you deadlift, or how many, you know what I'm saying, rounds can you put on the heavy bag or something like that. But I also like the bet of putting up your channel going silent for 1 month after the fight. So if you want to, you know what I'm saying, leave me a comment in the comment section below and say we got a deal, I salute it. We locked in. You know what I'm saying? You will have my word. If I see your comments from you that say let's make it a bet, you have my word that if the fight don't go the way I predicted it, or see it coming out, you know what I'm saying? I think prediction is a strong word. You know what I'm saying? I got Errol Spence winning. If he lose, I won't talk about the subject for a cold, solid month. If you respond back and you say you're gonna do the same thing. Nocturnal thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Salute. 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 Wow.